Welcome to the State of Business on our television with me, Kavishka Pereira. Let's take a look at today's headlines. President Maithripala Sirisena appoints 2 new ministers and 1 state minister. New 600,000 families will be granted Samurdhi benefits. News in detail. New appointments to ministerial posts and state ministerial posts have been made by President Maithripala Sirisena today. Accordingly, 2 new ministers and 1 state minister were sworn in before President Maithripala Sirisena at the President's residence in Colombo this morning. 3 new ministers, including 1 state minister, were sworn in before President Maithripala Sirisena at the President's residence at Vijay Ramamawatha in Colombo today. Accordingly, Public Administration and Disaster Management Minister Ranjit Madhuma Bandara was sworn in as Minister of Rural Economic Affairs as well. Minister P. Harrison was sworn in as Agriculture, Livestock Development, Irrigation and Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Development Minister. Meanwhile, Polonnaruwa District Parliamentarian Vasantha Senanayake was sworn in as the State Minister of Foreign Affairs. Meanwhile, Air Marshal Sumangala Das was appointed as the new commander of the Sri Lanka Air Force with effect from today. The new commander received his letter of appointment from President Maithripala Sirisena this morning at the President's official residence in Colombo. Air Vice Marshal Sumangala Das was promoted to the rank of Air Marshal today. Meanwhile, his predecessor, Air Marshal Kapila Jampathy, who is slated to retire today, was promoted to 4-star rank of Air Chief Marshal. Minister of Primary Industries and Social Empowerment, Daya Gamage, addressing a press briefing in Colombo yesterday, said that the ministry identified 600,000 new families which should be provided with some of the benefits. Minister Gamage highlighted that the major challenge that his ministry had to undergo was identifying those who are really in need of some of the benefits. He further reiterated that his ministry is taking measures to eradicate the dependency mindset of the Samurdhi beneficiaries and encourage them to stand on their own feet. The minister also spoke on some measures by the government to empower women and to improve the agriculture modernization programs.
1 million women, that empowerment program. So then other than that is that agriculture modernization project. It's funded by the World Bank. So that this is also we are doing. What we do that these companies, we say even a small, even you, if you want to start that agriculture, any processing project, value addition project. So if you have 1 million rupees, so you can go ahead with 10 million project, because we are giving a grant up to 5 that you can get the grant 5 million and that 4 million from the Enterprise Sri Lanka loan.
Minister Daya Gamage also spoke over the measures taken to improve the cinnamon market under his ministry.
I have given you an example as a cinnamon, because cinnamon that we are just getting only 168 million, but we can get 1,000 million. 1 billion only from cinnamon. Why? Because our cinnamon is having lot of medicinal values which we couldn't market it. So that we are just exporting the cinnamon to Mexico. 52% cinnamon goes to Mexico. So that I have expanded the market. How I expand the market? I help that exporters and that entrepreneurs to go to exhibitions like Japan, Thailand and other countries, and then that they got that customers. So like that, now this 52% has come down to 39%, and that we have increased our cinnamon exports by 100%. So that these are the projects that what we are planning to do.
A new color coding indicating sugar, salt and fat levels in solid and semi-solid food items will be implemented from 1st June 2019. Minister of Health, Nutrition and Indigenous Medicine Dr. Rajatha Senaratne stated that the regulation is made under Section 32 of the Food Act consultations with the Food Advisory Committee. The key intention of introducing the regulation is to direct the people who are suffering from non-communicable diseases and to create awareness among the general public with regard to food. The Gazette also positions that no person shall package, sell, expose for sale or advertise any solid or semi-solid food which comprises specified amounts of sugar, salt and fat unless such food is labelled as specified in these regulations. Stay tuned for more news after this short commercial break. Welcome back. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe recently launched the Palmyra Development Fund, which is initiated to expedite the development activities in the northern and eastern provinces. Premier Wickremesinghe stated that the government has allocated 5 billion rupees for the project for a period of 24 months. The allocation will be spent to improve the economic and social infrastructure development and support livelihoods and self-employments of the region. Moreover, Finance Minister Mangala Samarveera said that the project proposals put forward by the parliamentarians to develop the North and East will be implemented through the Palmyra Development Fund. He also assured that the allocated funds will be utilized carefully considering the present situation of the country.
It is imperative that all the people of Sri Lanka are given the opportunity to be partners of this development drive. And this is why, in addition to many other budget proposals which were in order to kickstart, if I may say, the economy of the North and the East, we thought we should set up this fund, which actually was proposed by Honorable Sambandan at the time as the leader of the opposition. Our government is committed to ensure that you return to normalcy as early as possible and become, as I said earlier, active partners of the Sri Lanka's drive forward.
Addressing a media briefing on the current security development measures following the Easter Sunday attacks, Minister of Public Administration and Management Ranjit Madhuma Bandara mentioned that the government has made plans to launch a new development program by recruiting over 20,000 graduates. Under this development project, government has planned to recruit 20,000 project officers. There are graduates who earn degrees internally and externally. With the approval of the government, we have already called for the applications for the posts. Haley's Plantations announced that the company has developed a cloud-based real-time digital weighing system which enables in data collection and analysis and enhancing the productivity in its plantations. Through this initiative, every tea harvester working for Haley's Plantations is provided with a personalized NFC-enabled identity card which can store the information on individual employees' daily tea harvest that is weighed on digital scales that are directly linked to a cloud-based real-time online platform. Details are easily accessible by the management through specially designed tablets distributed among the senior corporate management of the plantations. Haley's management states that the new system increases the confidence of the employees and reduces the time spent for problem solving. The Memorandum of Cooperation between Sri Lanka, Japan and India on the development of the East Container Terminal at the Colombo South Port in Sri Lanka was signed yesterday. Japanese Embassy in Sri Lanka in a statement says that the three governments, Sri Lanka, Japan and India, will work out details based on the Memorandum of Cooperation at joint working group meetings and advance their cooperation towards early commencement of work and operation of the East Container Terminal. The statement also says that the project is instrumental in enhancing the openness of the port as well as strengthening the long-standing goodwill and cooperation among the three countries. Sri Lanka Port Authority retains 100% ownership of the East Container Terminal. Stay tuned for stock updates after this short commercial break. Welcome back. Trading at the Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a positive note today. The All Share Price Index gained 26.34 points to close at 5,319.83 and the S&P SL 20 gained 15.24 points to close at 2,479.39. The turnover was 181.3 million rupees and 6.4 million shares were traded. Next up is Forex rates. Well, that's a wrap of the bulletin for the day, signing off with a promise for tomorrow at the same time with nothing but the latest. Thank you and good night.